Alright, welcome back everyone. New project day. It's this one, the Christmas book DIY Creative and Fairyland DIY bookend. This is the same box as the Cyberpunk one. The first Cyberpunk build I did came in, so it's going to be, I'm assuming, along those lines of difficulty. A little rough around the edges in shipping, but I think several things came in with this box, but this one I'm expecting to be the most complicated of my Christmas builds. I've had, let's say, from my experience on that last one I did, I'm both anxious about it, dreading it, and I'm looking forward to it too. So it's, a lot of mix of emotions in there. But if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step in mostly real time, so you can see all my successes and all my failures and how I fix those inevitable failures as they come along. Hopefully fix them anyway. Get a good look at all our structural bits there. We got some high quality tools, a plastic ruler and a plastic bag, and some cheapo tweezers. I doubt I'll even open that bag. Got some more bits and bobs. And here's let's say the interesting bag. Of course, I got our Christmas tree over here, so I'm gonna take it out and let it breathe. I think. See if I can get it to shape up a little bit. Get, snow everywhere. But yeah, that looks very similar to the tree on the last bit. Let's see, got some corrugated paperboard, red, it's sort of a material, gold, more corrugated, white felt, sort of a textured green, sort of see that there, more corrugated, and more corrugated, just all the corrugations, and sort of a, I don't know what that is. Maybe that's sort of a textured, I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. It's got like a texture to it. Looks sort of crinkly. But yeah, that's that bag of goodies. I'll just set you on top of it there so keep you straight. And let's take a look at I'm probably not going to open every bag, but I'll pull the bags out so I can get a better look of what we got in there. Got plants and foliage. Lots of beads, some fuzz balls, crystals, more beads. Looks like, stars. There's one of those little textured dealios to make a snack, like a cinnamon swirl or candy cane or something, or not candy cane, sucker, lollipop. I can get. I don't know if it'll right there, so you cut the strips off. Okay. Let's see, lots of doodads in there. There's our, looks like window frames and grates, and some vague shapes. There's our lights and some sandpaper, adhesive. How many lights we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 7 of them. I think there's 4 up here, 3 down there. Alright. Some of that powdery grass stuff. Got some more shapes and odds and ends here. Okay. Ribbons and tinsel and beads and wires. Oh my. And I guess that's snow. I think that's a powder. Yeah. I don't think that's a consistent piece of. Yeah, that's a powdery. That's definitely going to be our snow. Plenty of it. I'm sure it'll go everywhere if it's all said and done. But actually, I guess wood pieces and structure in this bag. I'm not going to do a complete inventory on it. Let's take a look at the book. It's a book. Okay. It opens top to bottom. How many pages, steps is it? don't see a page number on that last page, so okay, 25 pages. It may not be as bad as I thought. Let's see how. And of course, it always takes a couple of pages when to get through the inventory before they start actual building. Inventory, inventory, inventory. Okay, so right off the bat, going straight into building the frame. It looks like that's page 6. So 19 to 20 pages of build. So that should be okay. Let's take a quick look at our. What we got here? Got our templates for. I guess. Oh yeah, this is what we used to cut out things with. I already had somebody make some suggestions on these. I said I was going to make one effort at trying to get the gold outline in, but let's see, she suggested, I think it was she, to use the gold pen, which is probably what I'll do. And I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't throw in the silver pen too, since I've got it sitting right there. Now, template for our paper pieces. Got this paper. Okay, so that's the part we glue on to make our outer cover here. So that's all 4 sides. Yeah. And then our other, there's some more paper hiding in the middle. There's gold foil and very thin acrylic sheets and more gold foil. Okay, so let's keep you all together. And then all the little bits and bobs that I got to cut out, because these are not stickers. These are absolutely 100% cut out pieces, but there's actually not that many of them. I don't see like 30 books to make this time, so that's encouraging. We've got a few presents to make, so, and these are probably spares. So no, they're different. Yeah. Okay, this may not be as bad as I'm dreading. It'll be fun to find out anyway. So I'm going to put all these pieces together. And I've got some new toys that I imagine I'm going to get to play with tonight. You'll be able to, looks, based on those instructions, you'll see them right off the bat. But I'm going to gather up the first couple of steps, give that a shot, see how it goes, and we will roll on with this thing. So I'll be right back with that. Okay. I didn't pull many pieces tonight because I'm not sure how this is going to go. I'll pull some more later if I need to. But first things first, get these guys and I think this is the floor. And this guy, we make sure holes are like that. That's a sort of dry fit. It does seem to line up pretty good with the front and back. Holes on the sides, looks good. So for this little bit, got the old B7000. And just want to make sure I hit fairly close to the edges there. This is going to be internal, so it's going to have, I think, plenty of support to keep it down and obscured, so hopefully we can make this fairly undramatic. And just do maybe one more there. Right on there, give it a little. Excellent. Front to back looks good. I'll squeegee out. Spread that nice and smooth under there. Look at it. Some people suggested a roller. I sort of. If I'm careful with it, it doesn't shift things around. As you can see, if I missed, it's because I missed putting it down. Like I said, it's going to be obscured. It feels pretty good, nice and smooth. A couple of little lumps, but like I say, it's nothing that even on camera it doesn't show up. That's one of the things that's really good about this B7000. It doesn't bubble up under paper. And that's how we got our holes in the back. Everything ready. Now these are our feet. And we're supposed to affix them to the bottom. They're basically spacers, I think. Looks like one back here. Looks like it does go flush with the corner. So 2 of them back here flush with each corner, then 2 of them. Just sort of a little gap between our holes in there and there. So I'm going to use the old Gorilla Super Glue for this. Just get it in there nice and fast, hopefully. But clean it off, my brush off pretty good here. A nice, smooth, even coat. Hopefully, this stuff does absorb pretty good, so I want that to be fairly thick, but it should get on there pretty good. And just corners lined up and add some pressure. And nothing. Try that again. I think I got to get that a coating on there to seal it up, maybe. Hopefully. We hate to have to wait for the glue to dry every time. Pressure. Give it another 5 or 6 seconds here. And yeah, there we go. It's still got some. Let me show my new toy off. I bought some of these teeny tiny clamps at Harbor Freight. So I should, in theory, be able to get some real pressure on that. I did squish some more of the glue out, so hopefully that's making it bond more. Grab another one, have it handy. And then try and see if I can do this on the corner with its not level. I'll do this is really fibrous wood or pressed, whatever it is. I think that's my first problem, is it absorbs all the glue down into the stuff. So I get a new, make sure I get a good coat on there. Hopefully. Probably excess, but okay. And over here. I'm not going flush with the corner, but I'm going pretty close. And give that a good 10 or 12 seconds. Y'all can literally enjoy watching glue dry. Maybe 15 on this one, since I had so much trouble with the first one. Okay, let's stay it in. Little clampage on it. And square and bring it in. Okay. I'm going to have a minute or two to leave these on, which I don't think I'll need to, but just to play it safe, I probably will. I've got, they seem to be doing the trick, so let's get them to come off the hooks. I actually bought 4, so that'll work. up there. Oops, no drop. Something fell down there. I don't know what it was. Don't remember what was sitting there. Okay. A little bit back from the edge there, back from that notch rather. 10 or 12 seconds here. Okay. Making progress. I'll say that's. I appreciate having to do all the intricate little work like this that you never see again, but also sort of miss being able to snap things in place too. So it's sort of it's a catch-22. Which one do you want? Which one do you enjoy more? Coating. There we go. And let that one go as soon as I let it go. Not sure about that one. Let's clamp it and move on to the next thing while it hopefully does its thing. Alright. Those all clamped in place, and let the glue do its reaction, hopefully. And this is where I'm going to go off script, I think. What we're supposed to do is use that thing to make this square. Actually, no, this thing. Let's use this to make this thing square. Oop. So I'm thinking we don't actually glue this piece on. We just put it in there. It says the other way. So flush with the front, and that should give us the proper spacing here at the back. And it's going to line up or make it square. And then a few minutes later, we're going to come back in and put the frame around the window after everything's in place. This is where I'm going to go a little off script. I'm going to do this part first. So I'm going to glue this one in place. And I found some quick experimentation. Got my little cheapo spring clamp deals. That there and there. It lines up the front flush, and then if I can get the top and bottom is pretty good shape. That leaves this gap back here, so it'll be, and that makes that work. So my plan is to put this in first and then go back and put the back on, and cross my fingers, because I think it'll be easier, because this gives me this lip here to work with, and it looks like it's pretty straight up top to bottom. If I can Let's see, I'll probably use more of these clamps to go down and spread the glue around pressure-wise. But for this one, I am going to use the B7000 just so I can, like I say, get everything. It gives me a few seconds to line it up and get everything perfect. Hopefully. So I'm just going to flip it over like this is my plan. So, wish me luck. Here we go. Going against the instructions, which always works out great for me. Not too healthy, but a nice bead around the edge. Front to back lined up with this guy. Top and bottom. Pretty good. Now, start sending these guys around sporadically. That's a skinny one. Enough. Forward. Bottom here. Where'd the rest of them go? Supposed to be 6 of those. Oh, found them. You corner down there. You this corner here. Like I said, it's pretty flush. That's the only place where there's, you can see that little, doesn't quite line up perfectly. Pull this one off. And I think that's just where it doesn't quite perfectly match the shape of the window. And you on there. Alright. So, now I'm at an impasse because I'm waiting for multiple clamps to dry. Multiple glues to dry. This stuff sets up pretty quick, but I don't want to handle it, immediately, so I'm gonna take a little break. Wait 5 or 10 minutes maybe. Probably end up being 20, way I go. But I think we're in business here. So I'll be right back and we'll see how this goes. Okay, that's been a minute or 20, so let's see how we got. Okay, that feels pretty good along the edges there. There's a little lip, but that was inevitable with me. And you're nice and smooth along the front-ish, like I say, relatively. Now let's check on this one. They're staying in place anyway. Okay. They'll support at least that much weight, so that's good. Alright, I'm sure I get ample usage out of these at some point during this build. Maybe those as well. Now, like I said, the whole purpose of that, so I'd have a nice corner to glue here. So like I said, they say use this as a guide to make it square. Of course, I don't think there's more than one thing that's not square here, because I got a gap. I know y'all can't see it. There's a gap there, but it seems to be pretty good there. Maybe. Everything is reliant on this thing, so it's going to be another deal where I'm... Okay, let me take... Actually... This piece is supposed to go in underneath there. So these are just, I think, spacers. This is going to be on the very bottom. So, well, so you're up against that. This is on there. Here. Okay, that's pretty close over there. As far as it's not going to be perfectly flush. Surprise. That's pretty good. It's on the outside edge. I'm trying to think. So, question is, do I need... I'm going to do this flush back here. That gap should... Well, that gap's not... I don't understand what these gaps are for. Yeah, because they... Okay. Yeah, it's totally covered up there. Let's see if this goes on like that. Comes out flush on the front, which is supposed to, and we're gonna end up putting this as a cover in a minute, or 2 or 4. Okay, I think this piece, this main piece, is a little bowed. I just picked it up. I could see it's got a twist in it, so it's... I think that's going to be an issue, but it's going to be not insurmountable. I'm still trying to think about how I want to do this. Okay. I know it's going to be the B7000. I think. Okay. The fact that the wood's not square is the real issue here. That's, yeah. I see. It's not here. I can show you. It's not terribly off, but it's got some definite gap there, which is enough to mess up these. The manufactured wood appears to be pretty straight. So I'm putting you in first, which I think is going to be the key. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm running a bead, a B7000 there. And we're going to jump in with both feet now. Okay. But as long as I'm going to leave half an inch at the bottom so there's no bleed over. Now the bleed over won't matter because I'm gluing that on anyway. Yeah, and actually, so it's going on like that. I've got just a smidge of overhang there, so I'm going to trim that right now. I think, clean that. So just trim this down here. So make sure the wood is flush. Alright. Get the best contact with the edge there. Okay, yeah. I'm not sure why the gaps are there if they're going to be hidden underneath this lip. That's what's really confusing me at this point. I thought that was going to be where wires come. No, the wires are going to come through those holes. Yeah, this is slightly confusing. Which I'm not surprised, but let's say hopefully this will come together. Okay, so like I said, gonna go first thing, get my just a real, not crazy generous, but nice bead of B7000 down the edge here. Maybe in the second one. Now, that goes in there. Stand you up, so we're sort of holding in. Okay, and that, like I said, that's, for me, that's pretty good as far as the corner goes. Now this is supposed to go in here to make a corner. Sink that in. You can really see the. Let me see what one of my corner pieces. How cornered is this corner? I knew that was going to be happening. Okay. So that's flush. Definitely gonna need the glue up there. Or the clamps up there. Let's start. Okay, so this is going to be a spacer. And these guys are going to go under there. Put you in there. Does it lift it up? It does not lift it up there, so that's good. On that one. Got that. Okay, that corner there. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do beads down this edge and the back. Once again, give it, half quarter inch on the outside edges, so it would run you down through there. Okay. Back in. Even there, even there. Okay. Now, do these clamps open that wide? That's the next question. They do. So I'm going to go along parallel with the floor here. Ease you in. And likewise, this corner here, use that in. Okay, getting a little front heavy there. Okay, or back heavy rather. Now, my next. Picked up some more 6-inch clamps, similar to the ones I already had. Holding you, and that's that popping up on me. I'm not gonna be able to grab both of them. Maybe. That, push that back into that corner there. Lock in a little bit, but it's staying. No, it's not. This one lifted up on me. Yeah. Okay. Keep that down there, that in there. Okay, this appears to be seated. Oh, over. Get this. Okay. And I am, and you can't see from your angle, but I am flush up here on the front as well, so that's good. Maybe I wish there was, I could think of a way other than just sitting here holding it. Oh, I can do another one of these little clamps maybe on the front. Add some counterweight to it. Okay, that worked. And also seats that in. You're flush along the back. Board is down. Looks good. Still not great pressure on the back, but I think there's enough contact back in this corner to make it glue. And we've done hardly anything, and it's been almost 13 minutes in this section already. Okay. So the front is, if I can move that over far enough for to get an angle on that. Let's say it's nice and smooth there, so I'm liking that. I think that's good. That's here over. Contact there. Good there. Good there. Okay. Now, like I said, this is our front cover is gonna go here at some point. It's flush. I think it looks like it's gonna fit. Well, I'd say at some point here, like the next step is to put that on. Put that back down. I think I will need those big ones for that. Let's see. But I think at this point, I'm just gonna have to take a break and let that glue set up. I think I'm gonna actually try and run me another bead down this back corner, just sort of like a little bit extra. See, this one. Flip it a little bit, let that sink in maybe. Bridge any gaps that might be in there. Okay, I think, like I say, it's time for another break to let this glue dry, hopefully, and hopefully I can come back and take those clamps off. And like I say, we'll put the front on, and then we're going to wrap the window trim. Gets put in. Let's see if I can get a hold of it, like I say, and that's going to be another interesting adventure because it's literally just paper we're going to be gluing around the interior of our window frame. So stay tuned for that. I'll be right back with it. Okay, let's find out if it's been long enough for me to take these off now. Okay. I don't want to go too crazy with the... Well, yeah, that's a pretty good seal there. Looks, I think, pretty flush down that end. I can feel a little bit, but it doesn't really show, so that's good. Seems to be stable. Okay, I'm going to call that a success. And now, what are we doing? Okay, so, yep, so like I said, that, like I was saying, we're supposed to get our front on. Get a little wider shot here. So it shows it. In like that. I want to get the top lined up. Ooh, I don't want to push too hard on that. Okay, that's, yeah. Actually, I think I better leave the spacer in. That's going to be on there. In the, how does that do for our top? So that does this guy. Okay, so take some pressure holding it down to make the floor line up, but it does line up here. Now, let's see where it better. Okay, what do I find? Got some of those acrylic sheet, bigger acrylic sheets over here. Let's see. This sent me to make the dust cover on my other kits, I think. Yeah, there's it right on there, dust cover. I can get you. Okay, get you. Actually, you're big enough to be centered on there. I'm not saying that that thing's flat, but if I can get. Trying to think. Let me. A couple of these. Tack you down just that. How does this fit here? So you gotta do some, as you can see, gotta do some adjusting on our floor there. But I think that these might. These open wide enough to do that. Well. Problem is, it's got to be done at the same time. But on the upside, this edge looks good as far as top to bottom. Let's get this side, this one flush on that corner. Let's get this. Actually, hang on. It's okay. So the bottom's actually go in. Goes in. Okay, hang on. Yeah, this. Bottom actually goes inside, so it's okay. So it's got to be flush top and bottom. So that's good. Yeah, that can work to my advantage. Okay. Formulating a plan now. Okay. Let's see. Get out. Irwin clamps are slightly less chunky, so they're also make a bigger one. Okay, so okay, back to stuff. So you put this in here. Get you. Sort of square it up there. That's going to give me a good flush at the top and bottom. And then maybe these guys should. That's thick enough to grab onto there, so I can get this guy. Doing all this without the glue right now, so just to see. Get 2 or 3 of these guys down through here. Hold over me. So that's going to apply the pressure. That. Now this one. Hang on, there's a gap right here. I can get half on the. Okay. This is going to be a lot processing to do, but I think if I do those, then I get another clamp here because I'm holding the floor in. Yeah, I think this is my rather inelegant solution, but I feel like it's going to work. All right, so that's nothing to it but doing it. Okay. So I'm going to glue here and here, and then we're just going to go wild with clamps. So, I think I got room for 2 small beads through there, and bead along the front of our floor. Now, back over, and a little closer, a little closer. You just you place there. She in. Squeeze those guys in. And then our floor lined up. Okay. Now let's go push you together. Guess what? It's time for me to take another break. Everything looks like it's lining up really good. From what I can see underneath and behind all these clamps. Good contact there. Make sure I'm not gluing it down. Yeah. Alright, so actually I'm going to move this one down to the middle of our floor here so I can drop this to get a little more pressure along the front there. And still keeping things nice and even on their lip there. Yeah. Alright. I think as good as I can see back there. Yeah, I think we're within reason. Tolerance. Okay. So, I'll take another 20 minutes and let this glue set up. I wish I'd started earlier tonight. Right back. Okay. Let's find out if everything's stuck. I need to find a better storage solution for my clamps. Let's see. You next. That does. Okay, that feels pretty good. The floor didn't pop out of place when I did that, so say that's good omen. Okay, so let's see. Floor nice and level here. It stayed in place. Everything looks good. Let's just see if my thing fits in its slot. I may have to do some trimming on that. Yeah, it's off by, just a hair. Any better? I can see the bow in it. Okay. Off by less of a hair when you flip it over like that. Don't want to stress the glue any more than I already have. It's setting, but that's. Let's see, we're getting. Ooh, I Didn't get it square on that side though. I think I need to adjust it. Yeah. Just saw this one. I didn't look at it from that angle. Appears good. Okay, that must be where the. Let's see. I've been talking about that bend. Yeah, so it's good. I don't know if I can. Anything can pull that back. I don't think I do. And it's gonna have. Okay, it's got a outer cover that goes on there. So I think what I may do is just give me some wood filler and sort of build that up there. That seems like probably going to be my best option. I said the top's good, so I just need some down here and I'll just bevel it in. That'll be a new process we can check out. But that'll be definitely after the glue has a chance to get set up. And you don't actually put the outer cover on until very late in the process, so I'll have plenty of time for that glue to cure, and I can maybe think of something better than that. But let's say that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Otherwise, I think it's a good start. Hadn't hit an hour yet, and we've got 3 sides of a box on. But I think we won't have much more after this. But I'm going to do a quick dry fit. We might put a window in here, so let me grab. If I can find where I put. There's those sheets. Let's see, I think it's got to be that one. Yeah, that's the biggest one. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it does go in that way. But it's not wide enough to go in that way, I don't think. Let's see. Nor is it. Yeah, not tall enough either. Pop it over. Definitely not. Okay, maybe not that one. I thought it was the biggest one. Yeah. These are the same size. These are all smaller. What's going on here? 14 by 12 and a half, it says. That's 14. Yeah, 14, so that's the right sheet. There's 2 of them, which is supposed to be. That's right. Oh, there's a. Hang on. On my. Okay, I wasn't thinking about this. There is a. On our stencil sheet. I didn't. Okay. Left. Don't show a window, so it's that one. This. There is not a lot of gluing space left over on that. I don't know if y'all can see the edge of that, but we're looking at a couple of mil at most. Okay. It says you're supposed to actually trim the corners off, which I'm going to take a. This seems like a poor choice. Not. Okay, so that's. not cooperating here. Hang on, let's see here. Get that edge all the way there, lined up. Even then, okay, need more. Yeah, this is going to be an extremely tight. Now you've even got to the part where I'm putting the. Okay, so here. Yeah, that just, I mean, literally barely reaches. As far as if it's, surely they're not. Yeah, it goes on the inside. And they're actually saying to trim these corners. The corners are all that's going to be that's holding the thing on. Yes, you know, if you look at the stencil, I mean, you're supposed to bevel those corners, or not bevel, but you know, trim those corners round. But like, literally, that's the only place where the glue will be catching. Is that even showing for y'all? See, focus on that. I don't know if it will or not. So there's not a lot of meat on that bone. I don't think it can handle that corner. Too much variance in, maybe over here. Yeah, but no, say there's not going to be a lot of space for glue to get on there when that time comes. But best, you know, hopefully I'll be able to balance it in there. But let's set that right there, because that'll be what I have to use. Okay. Well, but in the meantime, we're supposed to line our window with these strips. Get a hold of all of them. Okay, this is alright. As we start with A on the front and back, which is the longer strips, then the B is going to bridge the gap. Okay, so well, that actually sort of showed there. Okay, a little Altoid action there, so you can see what the dry fit looks like with this. Maybe. Okay, I don't think I'm able to do that with that angle. Okay, there's a little bit. So this, I'm assuming, and it is wider than. It's supposed to just, I think, just wrap up. Let's see, sort of split the difference between top and bottom, because the shorter strips are long enough to go all the way, pretty much from side to side. So yeah, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go flush with the inside. Gonna try and go flush with the inside, because like I said, we're gonna put that cover on the outside, so I can trim that away. Don't have to worry about scuffing up the outside as bad, I don't think. But I think what I'm gonna do, start about right there and anchor it on one end, and then try and just work my way around with the glue. So I'm gonna lay it down on its back. Try to get an angle where we can both see. Yeah, it's sort of, kind of, not really. I'm gonna put, dropping my B7000 just right there in the corner, and then maybe this far out and a little, spread it around a little bit there. Like I said, I just want to get that anchored on that end. And I think I'm going to stand that back up again. I'm going to go in. About that, about like that. And try and get that edge pretty straight on the interior here. Seems to be cooperating. Now, just another bead right down the center, I think. Maybe a little bit on. See if I can't get a few dots on the edge there, just real quick, light. Ease you up. And over. Okay. Little in there. And that's totally blocked y'all's view. Now see. I'm just trying to get it right on that inner edge, I think. It's my okay. Now bring in a little more glue definitely into the corner and up and down. Let's see, I just want the end of that. And you guys in. Alright. Okay, that's over. That's schmutz there. I think it'll wipe off. Maybe not. Appears. Okay, I think seated in pretty good. This top's a little crooked, but it's still not little. You can sort of see it right there, a little extra on the inside. It doesn't. And theirs, it looks like it's flush on the inside and outside both. So they didn't. So they trimmed theirs up first, I think. Okay. I think I probably could have done I could have done excess on both sides and trimmed it on both sides, but like I said, I'm worried about, I don't want to scuff up in case any of this paint needs to be on there, I just don't want to mess that up. Okay, now, definitely not going to be able to see anything from the bottom. This one, that's sort of going to do the same thing, I believe. Maybe, I think I'm going to try and do a zigzag, maybe do side to side. I don't think I'm doing a very good job of it. No, I wasn't. Okay, so I'll just do a bead on each side, the brown and a bead on the yellow. See if it does any better to do all at once. I don't think it'll be. And a little bit more down here. This is probably not a good idea. But you never know till you try. Okay, so in the middle, or not. Easy down now, up around. And I'll slide it over. Down a little bit. Inside ledge flush. I don't think I went high enough on the bottom. Yeah, y'all got a lovely view of the back of the thing now. Just looked up and saw my monitor. Alright, extra touch of glue on one end. Didn't get quite far enough with the original glue. There that is. Little. And same here. I didn't get quite enough high enough up there. So tap, do a little extra in here. And there, and okay. Didn't do as good a job. Well, didn't do as good a job getting that one flush on that end. I think the glue had sort of setting up on me before I was ready. And I got some excess on the inside there, so I guess I will have to do some trimming. Surprised how quickly that glue went solid. Okay. But now, oops, just supposed to sort of bridge the gap right there with this guy. And it looks like it pretty much goes end to end on the flat part. So, let's do a couple through here. It's like one on the brown and one on the orange. That's what I think. Get it in there so I can sort of swizz it around, make sure the glue gets full coverage all the way end to end. And use it on over there and get that nice. Okay, that actually, well, yeah, it does actually show pretty good. I'm sure we'll put some stuff in there to blend that seam. That doesn't look terrible on that side. Let's throw this guy in. And the same. All the way right down and all the way back. And giving you that lovely view of the bottom of the now. Okay, now just sort of same things. So we'll move it around, make sure the glue gets full coverage end to end on our piece of paper. Oops. Okay. positioned just so. And trying to find, got some excess glue coming out, trying to find something to wipe it off with. Just so I don't get it on my fingers. Once again, doesn't look terrible. It's got, I'm not sure. Upside structurally, I seem to be sound because I'm holding on to it pretty good. Flipping and flopping it everywhere, but it seems to be, the box seems to be in good shape. Okay, let's see how our trimming goes. Get out the old X-Acto and start on the sides. Yes, I know those are the driestest. Take it over. Okay, get my angle on that's not great. Okay, here we go, maybe. Outside. Hope there's a windowsill. Maybe. No, I was thinking to say maybe I just cut it and bend it down, but I don't think that would work because because that would create a. Shouldn't have done. Okay, let's get into the double layer there. Okay. A little rough, but not like. Okay. I think it's going to be trimmable once the glue gets set a little better. I think I still got room to maneuver. And here, see if I can get an angle. Put double layer again there. Alright, out of it. Nope. Alright. Pretty smooth sailing through there. Let's just go around this corner and keep going. I think I'm getting into some of my extra excess glue there. Yeah, see it on the blade there now. Why do I hate these blades? They are very effective for little precision cuts like this. Okay. Get it. If you can get the angle on it. That's the. There we go. Alright, and like I said, I think that's rough in a few spots, but overall that's pretty nice. Don't look like I got quite enough glue on that bottom edge. I got some gaps I'm seeing there, but otherwise I'm pretty satisfied with that. Now it's time to figure out this whole window situation. Let's make sure I get it facing the right direction. My plan, as I've been sort of doing this, if I can get just a couple of dots of glue, a dot of glue, it's all going to be in the corners, because there's no, like I say, there's no room at all in the middle for this glue to grab onto anything. There's just such little tolerance here. I'm just going to put 4 dots of glue, a dot of glue in each of the 4 corners rather, and try and get that thing centered and situated. I can't get it back. Evidently there's some glue on there already. Well, that's a good sign that it held on that month. But stick with the B7000, because I've had pretty good luck with this in the past. But looks like just dot in each corner is all I know to do. Okay. Let's see if I can get into it. Okay. And the glue is literally where they told me to cut off. I don't think I can move it small enough amount to. Okay, so that I think is where I'm going to call it tonight. Only a little over an hour to get 3 sides of a box built. Yay! But it's a little discouraging, but it's also the fact that these are actually going to be pretty flush. Let me get to test fit on that. My last piece over here, just for kicks. This one goes. Gonna go in like this. Looks like pretty close fit. Actually, yeah, like I say, it sits inside, so that's going to be good. Yeah. Alright. But, in the meantime, I think as little as I got done, I still feel pretty good about it. So, onwards and upwards. We'll come back tomorrow and get, hopefully, significantly more progress done. We're going to move, let's see, going to move into actually building some little pieces tomorrow. So that should be fun. We get to do... Actually moving to all, I'm going to get my, definitely have to get out my tray of tiny pieces. Huh. I'm seeing some interesting instructions here. Y'all are in for a show tomorrow, it looks like. Okay. Okay, but anyways, need to pay attention one bit. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time.